Ken Sparks. Congratulations in order. Recipient of the Uncommon Award. You've got a laundry list of awards that you can tack behind your name. What makes this one significant? What makes this one special?
Well, I guess, anytime it's not based on one loss record and it's not based on your acclaim so much of what the world says is important stuff, I guess it makes it more meaningful when it's got something to do with leading kids and leading what the award, an uncommon leadership, which is, that's great. That's it makes you think that maybe the Lord has used you to have some influence and some impact, and that's what we all want to do. We want to honor the Lord with some things that makes a difference for eternity, and the fact that this was picked. This is the first one ever picked. It's picked by Tony Dungy, who I think is probably one of the most humble difference makers in our country. Then I'm excited, and I receive it on behalf of the Lord and all the people who've ever played for me, and all the kids that have been uncommon also.
Take me through the experience of actually going out to Minnesota, and this was a big deal. This isn't, it's as big as the trophy, really.
Well, the great thing of it is that we started the day with almost 6,000 men sitting in a church auditorium, plus the overflow in the fellowship hall, the overflow in the gym of almost 6,000 men, hearing from a couple of all-pro players that played for Tony either at Minnesota or at Minnesota now, and played for Tony at Indianapolis, that were all pro, give their testimonies, and then for Leslie Frazier, the head football coach who coached with Tony at Tampa Bay and Indianapolis, to come give his testimony. And it was draft weekend, and for him to do that is pretty tremendous. And then, or he's getting ready for it's the first weekend before the draft, and then Leslie introduced Tony, and Tony Dungy is if you just hang out with him for a while and see all the unbelievable, humble, significant things that he does without any fanfare and without ever saying, "Look at me." It's quite an amazing feat. And then he introduced me, and I was able to say a few things, and they asked anybody that wanted to make an uncommon life to make some decisions, and there was 300 men that made decisions at that point, and I'm sure there have been. They did it electronically, which was kind of interesting, and so it'll be interesting to see how many more. I need to. They're going to send me another report, and I'll hear from it in the next few days. But just to be part of any time that 300 men make a decision that they want to live for the Lord is pretty exciting. And then, of course, that night is when they presented the trophy or the sculpture, or what you call that. It weighs 72 pounds, and that's Tony's dad. And then over here we got Martin Luther King. Over here we got his first college coach, Coach Cal Stoll. And it's the dinner that night was another opportunity for Tony to speak. Lauren, his wife, spoke, and pretty impressive. And then I got they presented, and I got a chance to speak. And great event. A lot of people that are major decision makers in some major business and athletic operations in this country. So just to be able to And on the side, we got our clinic for this next fall. This next spring, lined up pretty much, and got some great speakers coming in, and so great weekend. It was a great weekend.
Can you compare? Is this comparable to anything else in your career?
No, I think the FCA Lifetime Achievement was, because I felt like that had something to do with honoring the Lord. This one I feel like has something to do with honoring the Lord, and the fact that this was the first one with Tony Dungy, doing it hands-on almost from the beginning, even designing the sculpture piece that was done in Carmel, California, and all the stuff involved with it. Probably just the fact that it was it's pretty humbling. It was a pretty humbling event.
How so?
Well, to know that it's not about you, to know that a guy coaching at Carson-Newman and has chosen to be at Carson-Newman most of his career, and been through some personal battles, that the Lord could encourage him by saying, that you're still, that what you've done or what you are doing makes an eternal difference. I don't know how I can get any better than that. So, and I'm grateful that the Carson-Newman's let me have a job that long.